Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Krista. Hi, and I'm going to take you on my home tour. New house and new plants and some old ones and yeah, a little bit of everything. So if you are new here, hit that subscribe button and notification button to be informed when I post new videos. And let's get right into the tour. Yay! We're gonna start outside, so we're gonna walk right in, and this is what you see right when you walk in the door. Yay, my Monstera, love her. And a really pretty Billy Thai. And this gorgeous plant that I can't remember the name of. Gosh, what is it called?
That is a Baltic blue.
But isn't she pretty? I just love, love, love. And Billy Thai. I've got a stake here to help those heavy leaves, you know, stand up and not go crazy. So very pretty. I have some amethyst crystal in the bottom. Absolutely love amethyst. Good vibes. And yeah, so right when you walk in, Monstera deliciosa. And she is a big girl all the way up. So it's the newest leaf right here, still light green kind of in color compared to the other leaves. So pretty. And I have her on a stake, and as you can see, I have to tie it because it's very heavy. So. And over here in the corner, we have this very pretty Scindapsus pictus exotica. I've cut so many cuttings off of her that, oh my gosh, so many. And through here is my meditation and yoga room and plant room. This is where all the good vibes are. Scindapsus pictus algerius. This is a golden girl, philodendron golden girl jungle boogie. And a philodendron gloriosum. And another Billy Thai. They like to lean into this window. They get a lot of sun there. An elbow Monstera stultipacana. Beautiful. And a Mandula Pothos. Gotta love those Mandula, huh? And over here is my philodendron pink princess. I sprayed something on it, so it's got some white chalky stuff, but she is, I'd say doing pretty fair. She's grown quite a bit, taken some propagations, but still kind of small leaves, but I don't think she's really getting a whole lot of light right here. But in the bottom, we have some rose quartz, and she is on a sphagnum moss pole. Over here, another Scindapsus pictus exotica. Yay, we love Scindapsus pictus. So beautiful. The exoticas just pop. Those leaves are incredible works of art. Over here, we have a Dracaena marginata. Dracaena tree, so I think she's about 7 years old, maybe 6, but rose quartz in the bottom and some other kinds of quartz down in there, smaller pebbles. And an Aglaonema. It's a hybrid cultivar. Lots of pink in this variety. I really haven't seen any at the nurseries or the stores with quite this much pink. Just really love looking at her. She is a fun, beautiful, easy care plant. Another Billy Thai over here. Just loving the sun. And I'm loving that pot too. And then we have a nice snake plant here. Always beautiful work of art. I love my snake plants. So pretty. And up here we have a philodendron Rio. Yeah, so she is really happy. And she's just popping out, you know, some really awesome new growth. And she's kind of goes everywhere, honestly. She's everywhere. Picking off leaves as I go. Some really beautiful variegation. And down here we have a Hoya obovata. It's the speckled variety. A Hoya splash. Obovata splash. And again, just kind of going everywhere. I've got her wrapped around. Beautiful. And right down here we have very pretty jungle boogie, philodendron, jungle boogie. I love the leaves. They're just so pronounced, sharp toothy. Love that. And behind that plant we have a peperomia cascade. It's a red cascade peperomia. It goes down to the floor. And then on the bottom we have a Gabby, philodendron Gabby. And then over here, Monstera Thai Constellation. Really, really cool. I have so much to say about this Thai. I propagated it and now it just has all of these new growth points, and video is made, will be published soon. I'll show you how I propagated that one and made several others, which are here and here and in the back there, as well as right here. So quite a few Thai constellations from that. There's another one in the study I'll show you later, but yeah, fun. Love propagating Monstera.
And here we are in my study. I want to show you this propagation because it's doing fabulous. And yeah, it's in a really big pot. So long story short, ready for more propagations. And over here is a Hoya carnosa compacta and another Billy Tie.
Down here we have this really gorgeous, let me see if I can get a better angle. Really beautiful Ceropegia woodii variegata. Lots of fun. Love it. It just has a lot of plant trash. If there's any complaint that I have, it's all the plant trash that comes from this species. So like you have to put up with a lot of cleanup because the flowers. So again, variegated string of hearts. And over here again, Billy Tie. It's one of my favorites. I absolutely love it. And yeah, so just really like how pretty it is. Another Thai constellation back there. And this big one is a Ficus chiniki. Grew her from such a tiny small plant. She was, gosh, I think I got her at Walmart actually. And was probably about half the size of the smallest branch when I got her. So probably no taller than a foot, maybe a foot and a half. So there is the Taniki, big, beautiful leaves. Oh, just so breathtaking. Love her. And in the bottom of her pot, I have some blue calcite and amethyst and quartz and rose quartz. I think I just have like a mix down in there and a geode. And over here in this corner, we have a Rhaphidophora tetrasperma, also known as a mini Monstera, even though it's not in the Monstera family, Rhaphidophora family or species. So that's the tall one in the back there. And I do have a grow light behind it. And this is a snow queen, philodendron, or excuse me, Epipremnum aureum snow queen, or in other words, Pothos, snow queen Pothos. And this one is a Same variety, different cultivar. So marble queen pothos, but she has lost quite a bit of her variegation due to the location of her. So she's not receiving as much sunlight as she needs to maintain her color. Over here we have a neon pothos. And then we have a Maranta. I love the veining in these Marantas, so pretty. Yeah, and down there we have a little Philodendron gloriosum that I'm trying to nurse back to health. And then here on the bottom, a couple of different pothos, Mandula in the back, and another marble queen in the front. And that's the look of the plant room. Kind of fun, very good vibes in here. A couple other geodes over here, amethyst and citrine, and a Hoya in a wall planter, just a regular Hoya carnosa green. And that is the meditation plant room. Moving on over here through the kitchen, I have in a really good window here this Song of India, and it is so happy, and I am just loving it. It's grown quite a bit since I've last shown it, and seems to be really happy where it is. Love to get a new planter on the bottom for it. So there you have the Song of India. I'm coming on through the kitchen here and moving over here to the, I guess you could say, kitchen meets living space over there. This is a Philodendron naomii, one of the really, I believe, beautiful, artful looking plants, just very interesting shaped leaves. I love it. It's on a moss pole. And we have a Philodendron. I think it's a black cardinal, but it's probably a Rojo Congo with just really good coloring. So, getting a new leaf there. And this one here is the Philodendron squamiferium. Love, love, love the fuzzy stems on these. Just absolutely, just cool. They are so cool. Yeah. And then in the back, we have a philodendron, a Florida philodendron, just your standard green variety. It's really happy. And then on the bottom, of course, my favorite seems to be, I have a lot of Billy Ties. So we have our Billy Tie hanging out over here. Big leaf. And sorry about the angle. I do have support stakes in most of these plants to keep them from sagging over and breaking off. So like this one has like a green one. These are my favorite ones. I get them at like Lowe's or Home Depot. I like these green ones because they don't rot at the bottom, and the bamboo shoot, these ones usually tend to not be as good, but that's okay for now. On the bottom we have another Golden Girl, Jungle Boogie, just basically your variegated Jungle Boogie. Ring of Fire, that's what they call them, because it comes out with like this pink growth. Anyway, love that, so pretty. Another Scindapsus Pictus exotica, and next to it, it's a very mature Hoya Bilobata plant. Really good peduncular, produces lots of flowers. And again, the reason to have a plant like this on, tile or some other type of flooring, not wood, is because the peduncles and the plant itself produces like an oily, sappy substance that ends up on the floor. So, yeah, beautiful. Philodendron gloriosum over here. And then this giant monster is my Raphinophora tetrasperma. It is growing like crazy. And let me get farther away so you can kind of get a bigger picture here, better lighting. Yeah, she is a monster. Beautiful. And then I have my bigger plants on wheels so that I can turn the plants, and that way they can receive sun from all angles. This one's a little more difficult to turn only because it's so big, and because of its weight and size, I've had to give it additional support beams, I guess you could say, sticks. Anyway, she's grown quite a bit, looks magnificent. And over here we have a gorgeous Bantel Sensation snake plant, just to give you an idea of how amazing this variegation is. They're just prominent with the white streaks and the silver. Oh, just so cool. Artful. Oh, artful. And then over here we have a Ficus Taniki. It's a Rubra Taniki, so it's a little bit different than the other one, but still gorgeous, still huge, and happy. So yeah, I believe this is a southwest facing window, or no, excuse me, west facing window. And over here we have another Scindapsus pictus exotica. You can tell what my favorite plants are because I have so many of them, right? I tend to stick to plants that I'm successful at growing, so. We have a philodendron choco, I think it's called, yeah. Red on the undersides of the leaves. And this is, I bought it in this like planter, and I really like it, so I'm keeping it that way. Since then, I have propagated it, and you can kind of see the new growth points coming out. And down here we have another Squamiferium. Look at how bushy these ones are. This is an older one than the one I showed you back there, but this philodendron Squamiferium is really happy, so I love it. Yay! And that is the living area. Sorry, it's a little messy, but that is what it looks like. And let's move on. Up here, we've already been in this room with the big Monstera. And now we go upstairs. And up here, I have plants in just about every room. Nothing big, but I'll show it to you. We have a Hoya Chelsea and a Hoya Publicalyx Silver Splash. So this is the Splash, and that's the Chelsea. And over here, another Ficus. This cultivar is a little different. It had more silver in it, so that's why I purchased it. Sorry, this is a philodendron. Oh, I don't know. I'm nursing this one back to health. Cebu Blue. Variegated elbow Cebu Blue. Wait, yes. And this one is just another Ficus Taniki, but it has more silver variegation. And that's it for that room. Not a lot. Not a lot. And this one is just same thing. This elbow, as you can see, this elbow is not doing so hot. I find that they dry out quickly, so I'm trying to nurse that one back to health, and then I have some propagations. That's it. So those two rooms don't have a whole lot of plants in them, but here's my bedroom. And I have a big Philodendron gloriosum over here that recently suffered from spider mites, so trying to recoup from that. And then a big Philodendron neon who had been treated for pests and is responding and dropping some leaves. So, but it's doing well. It still looks pretty, but Seems to be happy in this window here. Backlit, sorry about that. Okay, and over here we have another cultivar, different variety of the Ficus tuniki. Monstera stiltopecana, variegated. It's supposed to be an elbow, but there's really not a whole lot of elbow in it. Same with this one. Not a lot of elbow, but Monstera stiltopecana, elbow. And again, this was the variegated tuniki. This was like a rescue plant that I got, and it looked dead, and still looks like it's kind of but here we have a Hoya Crimson Princess. And over here, Philodendron Rio. And again, this one was drying out too fast as well, so I pulled it away from the window to allow it some space from the sunlight, and seems to be doing well. Okay, we have another Scindapsus pictus exotica, one of my originals. That's pretty much it up here, except for a few plants in the bathroom. We have a Cebu Blue, and it's backlit. Sorry about that, guys. Let me see if I can get closer. That's the Cebu Blue. And this is another snake plant. So fun. And that's it. So there you have it. That's the tour of the upper levels. I do have more plants in the basement level and also outside, but let's take a look. So this is the basement. So it has just you know, fun little area for hanging out. We have Hoya carnosa, queen, crimson queen, a couple of orchids from years gone by, Mother's Day presents. We have a princess in here, or, excuse me, it is a pink princess that I am salvaging. Philodendron pink princess. You can kind of see based on the one leaf. And some propagations here. This one's a gloriosum, and this one is a, once more, Philodendron jungle boogie. Another sad looking crimson queen. It is really hanging on for dear life. More propagations from the exotica and from the Injula. More exotica propagations. And a Billy tie. Just a teeny one. Alright. And over here, we have a Yesenia Pothos. The variegations sort of yellow. Instead of you know, the queen, the marble queen has the white elbow variegation. This one has the neon variegation. It's cool, different. And a little snake plant up here. Dogtail cactus, highly recommend, fun and interesting to look at. The plant's name I can't remember. And another tuniki. Ficus tuniki. I love these. I just love them. So that's why I have so many. And a Hoya. These Hoya always look kind of dead, but they're not. Can't remember the name of this one either. My God. So this is a variegated Wayettii down here. Crud. I can't remember the name. Benjamina, Ficus benjamina here. And a Publicalyx down here. Actually, that one is a little bit different cultivar. This one gets the purple leaves. It's like a Hawaiian purple purple calyx. All right, that's it. That's a wrap, man. That's all I got. There's also this pink lady over here that I watered. She usually sits right here. Yeah, there you have it. Oh, varicosum, I just remembered. Ha! Philodendron varicosium or varicosum. Anyway, that one is relatively new propagation. Thanks for joining me today for my home plant tour. Thank you so much for joining in. Bye!